Okay, so most people call me Pastor Joshua. I'm not so big on titles. Sometimes I get into conversations with people and then they begin, but are you a pastor? Are you a prophet? Are you? I'm more into functioning than the title itself. So whether you call me Brother Joshua, just Joshua, or any of my other names, I'm really somebody who doesn't mind all that, because my perspective is that we need to function more than allude to our titles. I'm somebody who loves reading a lot, family man of course, and I'm an entrepreneur. I also have the privilege of pastoring, so yeah, I'm out gifted in a way, and yeah, so that's, in a nutshell, that's me. The purpose of a process is to build character. It is to build capacity. Sometimes we want big things, not knowing that those big things require you to be a big person inside to handle them. One of the things I tell people is that any breakthrough you are not ready for will break you. Any breakthrough that you are not ready for will break you. So many times people want the biggest opportunities they want, but listen, they don't have the character, they don't have the inner strength to handle the thing they are looking for. So most of the times we pray, we seek, we are asking for things that are bigger than us. The easiest way to succeed is to become bigger than the success you are looking for. It is in the process that God increases our inner strength, our ability to wait, our ability to be patient, our character. Once we've developed the character and also the knowledge it would take for us to stay in that place of possession. So the process basically is there to help us be people that can handle the promise or the future where we are going. What are the means and ways people can become the best version of who God created them to be? And yes, there is a way that you could quickly achieve that, but at the same time, there is no quick process or there is no quick method of arriving at your destination. So we have to talk about understanding how God calls people, but then at the same time, we have to understand that there is a place of teaching, mentorship, and training that will take people faster on their journey. So it will not necessarily be a shortcut, but it will at least make their journey easier, more bearable when you've got, listen, people say experience is the best teacher, experience is the worst teacher. Why? Because you would have to endure the pain, you would have to endure the losses in the process of experience. But there's no substitute for experience. But at the same time, I believe that learning from others who have gone the path that you want to go on will enhance, it will make you avoid common mistakes and failures that could then accelerate your movement towards your goal and your destiny. So every time God wants to get us into our own greatness and wants us to go into what He has ordained for us, there will be the promise. That promise will be given to us first. Then there will be a process. And then there will be the possession. Now many times people want to skip the process, which is the middle part, but they just want to go from promise to possession. But that's not how God works. Maybe some magic can be able to get you from promise to possession in an instant, but then that is not sustainable. The children of Israel could have taken a very short period of time from the land of captivity into their land of promise, but they didn't embrace the process. They didn't learn the things God wanted them to learn in the process. So He delayed their possession. So they spent 40 years wandering simply because they refused to learn a lesson. There are people right now who could be listening to me who are even going for prayers for against stagnation and thinking there's a witch after them and all these things. And look, please don't get me wrong. I do spiritual warfare. I believe in deliverance, but I also believe in having knowledge and revelation. So you find that there are people who are doing all these things, going to every mountain to go and pray. But the simple thing is that they are failed to grasp the lessons in the process. So things begin to repeat themselves until they get the lesson, then they can move into the promised land. But without you learning here in your process, you will not be able to excel here. And I must almost, let me just say this up front. The reason why God had to make sure that they went through a process before they possessed the promised land is that He wanted to get Egypt out of them. He had already gotten them out of Egypt, but now the Egypt that was inside of their heart is what needed to come out, because if it did not come out, what is going to happen is that we are going to get into the promised land and make it another Egypt. So you have to have your calling. You have to start with your why. You have to have your vision. You have to have a sight of where you're going. And you keep reminding yourself every day, this is why I'm doing this. When you've got that sight in front of you, you will then be able to endure anything. Let me say somebody watching us they are going to school. In their mind, they want to be a doctor. So that's the end goal. But there's a process of schooling. Okay, so anything worth achieving has got a process attached to it. So you want to be a doctor, there is a process of schooling. So what do? You begin to study. Your friends could be playing. They are playing video games from Monday to Sunday. Every day they are playing video games, the whole day, every time. But you begin to endure the process. Why? Because every time you see yourself in that white lab coat and, with all the measuring equipment that doctors carry around and things like that. So you're seeing yourself, you're visualizing yourself. So Pastor Josh here, I'm the lead pastor of House of Destiny. We are found in Luangwa, just right next to the golf club. And also you can follow, we do a lot of teachings, trainings, mentorship programs. So you can follow our page, House of Destiny Church. You can also follow my personal page. I just created a page called Mumba Joss Destiny. You can also connect with us from those platforms. And so feel free to reach out to us and we'll be glad to hear from you.